I have cherry kolache with a streusel topping and glaze. Pretty good looking in there. Hey there, I'm Cast Iron Katie. Doesn't that make a nice sound? Stove. Just a moment. So good. Hey there, I'm Cast Iron Katie, and in this video I am going to make a Bohemian pastry, the Kolache. My grandmother, she was Bohemian and she kept some of her family traditions alive through food, and I'm going to show you how to make Bohemian Kolache. If you're from Texas, you might be thinking, yay, kielbasa, jalapeno sausages. No, that's pigs in a blanket. Not doing pigs in a blanket. I'm doing the fruit pastry. So let's get started making our fruit kolache. We're going to start by warming our milk. I'll add a teaspoon of yeast. And a quarter cup of sugar. If you don't know, yeast loves sugar. How it activates is by eating sugars. Ten minutes has passed. Ooh, look at that yeast. It is munching on that sugar. So we'll let that rise for about an hour, and it needs to double in size. An hour has passed. The dough looks like it's doubled in size. We're gonna knead it a little bit, punch it down, and let it rise again. We'll come back to that in about an hour. Okay, our dough has risen a second time. Push my finger in there to see if it was ready. The indentation is staying, so we're good to go. The next step for the kolache is to make a ball, or make something about the size of an egg. And then we will dunk that in butter. I think that looks like an egg. That looks like an egg, right? We'll go ahead and make our apricot filling. I've got a pound of dried apricots, and we will boil them until they're soft, kind of reconstituting them, I guess. We'll let that cook down until it's thick. So I crank the heat up pretty high for the last 10 minutes since I add the sugar, and it's got a nice color to it. that's all there is to making apricot pastry filling. I'm going to show you how to make the cherry filling. I have 4 cups of frozen cherries. I'm going to cook those for about 10 to 15 minutes on a medium heat and let all of that juice release. Cherries have cooked for 15 minutes. I chopped them up so that I'm able to spoon them into the pastry a little easier. We will add 1 cup of sugar. We will add a 1/4 cup of cornstarch. Cook this down for 2 minutes until it gets real thick with that cornstarch. For those 3 ingredients, 4 cups of cherries, 1 cup of sugar, and a 1/4 cup of cornstarch is all you need to make your own cherry pastry filling. So I am going to make little wells for them, little divots for us to put the cherry filling in. I'm going to show you how to make a streusel topping for pastries or muffins or coffee cakes, just whatever you're baking that needs a little bit of dressing up. We'll start with a 1/2 cup flour, 1/2 cup sugar, 1/2 cup brown sugar. It's easy enough to remember. 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon and 1/2 teaspoon nutmeg, 1/2 teaspoon coriander. Play around with your spices, see what you can come up with. I thought about throwing in some ginger. See whatever coordinates with the dish you're putting it on. So we'll mix this up. Then we will add a 1/2 cup of cold butter. It has to be cold, cut into bits. Okay, this topping can be kept in the refrigerator for up to 3 days before using it. So if you got a little bit of time and know you're going to make a cake, need a little extra oomph to it, just make it ahead of time. That's going to be fantastic. We're baking it for 15 minutes on a 350 oven. So for the 8 quart, I will need 10 on bottom and 20 on top. The 5 quart Dutch oven needs 8 on the bottom for a 350 oven. So I'm going to go ahead and put 8 of my 20 right here in the middle. We're going to put 14 on top of the 5 quart to get our 350 oven. If you want to know the equation for how to figure briquettes to control your temperature, just go ahead and click the video description. "10 minutes has passed. We're going to rotate the Dutch ovens and the lids. I have cherry kolache with a streusel topping and glaze. Pretty good looking in there. Let's see how they taste. The cherry filling with the glaze, really good combination. I like that a lot. It's delicious. It's so good. This is Cast Iron Katie. Thanks so much for watching.